Due to their nature, humans tend to believe in the existence of mythical beings that can cause them harm. Of course, one cannot deny such cases, but it is also unwise to take everything at face value. The facts surrounding the activities of otherworldly forces often turn out to be quite ordinary and explainable. In our story, the main character managed to uncover a mystery shrouded in an aura of mystique and mysticism thanks to his persistence and observance. This happened in one of the villages in the Punjab state located in northern India. It all began when strange things started occurring in the home of a craftsman living there with his wife and child. This went on for several nights and could not go unnoticed by the young parents. The issue was that their one-year-old son began to behave restlessly with the onset of darkness, often waking up and crying. As it turned out, this was not the only thing troubling the boy's parents. For convenience in feeding the baby, a jug of milk was usually placed on the bedside table, making it easier for the mother to pour it into a bottle. However, after the nighttime events related to the boy's restless sleep, the milk suddenly began to disappear from the jug in the most inexplicable way. The superstitious mother, seeing a mystical meaning in this phenomenon, turned to the village elder with her concern. The man listened carefully to the visitor and said that this was the work of a forest spirit who had chosen their home as its refuge. To rid themselves of it, the woman was advised to perform a magical ritual and bless the dwelling. Frightened, the child's mother returned home and was ready to give away her last savings just to rid her family of the terrible misfortune that had befallen them. However, the woman's husband approached the elder's words with skepticism and decided to personally verify the presence of an otherworldly entity in their son's room. To do this, he left the door to the boy's room slightly ajar and began to observe through the crack what was happening inside. Thanks to the moonlit night, the man was able to go without a flashlight and not reveal his presence. About 2 hours after darkness fell, the child's father heard a soft hissing and then saw something that made the hair on his head stand on end from the horror that engulfed him. The panic-stricken feeling was caused by a 2-meter cobra that slithered through the open window into the room. Then, flicking its forked tongue, the snake crawled into the child's crib and from there made its way to the table, dipping its snout into the jug of milk. Having satisfied its hunger, the snake curled up at the feet of the sleeping boy and lay there until the man, in a clumsy movement, revealed his presence. At that moment, the cobra, hissing angrily, shot out the window and instantly vanished into the thick grass. The next morning, the boy's father told his wife about what he had seen and then turned to snake catchers. After examining the yard, the specialists quickly discovered and neutralized the mysterious guest. As it turned out, the snake had previously belonged to a market magician who performed well-known tricks throughout the area. To avoid being bitten, snake charmers usually remove the snake's venomous fangs, and that's exactly what happened with the cobra caught in the craftsman's yard. Apparently, it had somehow managed to escape from its owner and settled near the young family, terrorizing them at night. The snake catchers released the cobra in another part of the forest, advising the residents of the house to get a mongoose. Of course, one could ponder for a long time about how this story would have ended if the boy's father had not decided to personally investigate everything that was happening, overcoming superstitions and prejudices. Living in proximity to wild animals usually does not bode well for humans. Therefore, before believing in the existence of otherworldly forces and hoping for a miracle, one should take control of oneself and call upon reason, which will always suggest the right solution.